Hey guys, Swordsman here, and I got a game on, what is this, Tehran Highway, I think-ish? And as you can tell, I'm still bad with map names. Anyway, I guess I should start off with explaining this gameplay. Last week, sometime last week, a bunch of the D crew hooked up, plus friends of the D crew, like Ty Webb and Red Dragons and stuff, and we were all on the same team for a game. And the match immediately prior to this one started out the same way, on the same map, same teams. We made a full-out bum rush to B, we got it easily, we started kicking some ass, and all of a sudden the server admin basically said fuck this and moved us on to the next map. It was like a giant reset button. So we swapped the deployment sides, and here comes this map. We were all still dumbfounded by why the hell he did that. I mean, Our team did nothing wrong. We just beat them right off the hop. We got Bravo and started pushing in towards the other one, like any other Conquest game when there's only 3 flags. You know, so we were a little miffed, to say the least, that we had the rug pulled out from under us when we had a great start. So we're like, fuck it, we'll just do it again, but we'll do it even harder. And so this is kind of what happens when D Crew and friends not only play in the same team, but get a little pissed off at the same time. And really from there, this gameplay is not pretty. We decide to shove our gun barrels up the ass of the server admin, and well, let's just say at the end of this game we all got kicked, and I don't know if we got banned, but we were definitely all kicked from the server for playing too rough for them. Anyway, this commentary is basically going to be dedicated to a question I've been struggling with over the last couple days. It's something that has been bugging me, and I wanted to get you guys' take on it.
That sure was fast.
Okay, the question is simple in nature, but I think complicated in answer, and I don't quite have the full answer just yet. Alright, so without further ado, are you basically being punished if you play anything but an engineer? Does DICE basically just smack you down if you want to try to win and do well if you play anything other than engineer? It feels to me as though, like, if you're not playing engineer, you might as well not even be out there in a lot of cases. Now, some of you guys might be a little confused by this, by the fact that I don't play engineer on the Xbox. I just don't. The logic behind that is a fairly simple one to me, and that is the fact that with Battlefield 3 taking so long to rank up if you play legitimately, like I do, that I didn't want to play engineer on both platforms because I'd essentially be unlocking the same stuff over and over again, and I feel that would become repetitive and boring to me personally, and I wanted to get the most enjoyment that I could. So I went with engineer on PC and support class on the Xbox. When I max them both out, I'll swap. I'll probably go, I don't know, maybe recon for PC and assault for Xbox. I don't know, I haven't gotten that far yet. But it just seems like if you're not running around with, like, either anti-tank mines or rocket launchers or javelins or stingers, you're just wasting your time. That if you want to try to win, you need to just play engineer. And that's been really frustrating to me lately, that a lot of times, like, and even people I play with, it's just like they want to play other classes. They want to try out the support. They want to try out the assault. They want the powerful assault rifles. They want to try out some recon stuff, whether it be with the rifles or with the all-kit weapons. But they feel as though they're being punished by not playing engineer because it's harder to win unless you have more people playing engineer to just deal with the vehicles, and with how powerful the repair torch is to keep tanks alive if it has a dedicated engineer. It can be troublesome. You know, it just seems like if you go into it with the idea of PTFOing to win, then it's like, get the fuck out of here if you're not playing engineer. And I just want to think that, I can't help but think, rather, that can't possibly be how it was designed in the development. That, I don't know, it just bugs me that people feel as though they can't fully contribute to the team and or hope to do well enough for achieving a victory unless they're playing the same damn obligated class. It almost boils it down to, there's one real class, and then there's 3 other ones that are kind of like little niche benefit uses that really are kind of small in the grand scheme of things. I myself enjoy support. I have tried to do my best to PTFO as a support class whenever I play on the Xbox. You guys have seen that I have well over 20-some vehicle destroys, countless disables as a support class on Xbox, and that's mostly coming from mortars, a couple bits of C4. So C4 is a little trickier now that you can't throw it. So I haven't done a ton with C4. But you know, I try to find ways to make the support kit viable and useful to PTFO on the Xbox side of things. But I gotta admit, at times it is frustrating when you think, okay, if I want to do, I'm not being the most optimized help to my team because I'm not playing one kit. And that's been frustrating me and kind of disappointing me a little bit. The deeper I get into the game itself, to seeing just how things are shaping out, how quote-unquote the meta game is shaping up to be, and so I figured I'd check with you guys, see what you guys thought. If you guys thought maybe you felt obligated to play the engineer, or if you were just saying fuck it and playing whatever the hell you want. Because I think it would be a much more enjoyable thing if people didn't feel as though they were being punished for not playing an engineer. But what can you do? Admittedly, not a ton. I wish I had my gun out to shoot that guy while he's just standing there, but then I got killed looking in there. Again, this is just absolute spawn rape. Frankly, we did not give a fuck because he robbed us of a legit game the last round. So we're like, fuck it, we'll show you what we can do. He didn't like the start of the other one. And I don't think he enjoyed this one either. This is just fucking brutal. I had a bunch of needless deaths, but I was just chucking nades and shooting smalls in there. I just didn't care. And that's kind of the theory I've adopted for a lot of Battlefield. Just do whatever I think would be fun at the time. Try to win, but if I don't, oh well. The sun will still shine. Food will still taste good. My lady will still be beautiful. And it just doesn't matter if you lose. It just really doesn't. Not in this game anyway. Well, I guess not in any game really, but it's just, I don't know. PTFO just does not seem to translate well into a sandbox FPS like Battlefield 3. Seems to cause more frustration than anything, so I've been trying to focus on things that are fun. That's why you've sort of seen me trying to progress in the helicopter and the jet gameplay, because those are fun. Even though in many cases when I personally am the pilot, it's not exactly the strongest bit of PTFO because of my insufficient skills to turn them into such powerhouse game-winning type vehicles whenever they're in my control, but they're still fun. And right now I'm just trying to make sure I get as much enjoyment out of this game as possible. Hopefully some future patches might tweak a little bit. I would love to see the repair tool get a bit of a nerf so that, I don't know, might be easier to deal with vehicles and whatnot, but we'll see. We'll see what the future brings. Still early, you know. Coming up on 2 weeks. That still trying to see how the game will settle down. And right after this, we were immediately kicked from the server. I don't know if I still have that recorded or not, but it was fairly amusing at the time. A lot of what the fucks and shit. But I think ultimately we probably saw that coming. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Do you need to play the engineer class or get the fuck out? Let me know. I will see you guys in the comments. Take care.